Welcome back. So this time we are going to be ranking McDonald's items. I started off by looking at the McDonald's menu, and I'm not going to review every single item from the menu because that would take forever, but I am going to say the most popular ones and the ones I like the most. On the first category, we have Elite being the best. And then after that, we have another one, thank you.
Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
And after that, we have sorta kinda.
Well, sorta kinda.
And then crickets. And lastly, being the worst, at least in my opinion, is why though.
Why? Why not? Why though?
I want to start off with a quarter pounder cheese. Now, I don't really go to McDonald's often, but when I do, I don't go for the burgers. And I probably had this quarter pounder cheese like a handful of times. I could probably count them with one hand. So yeah, I mean, they're okay. They're not like the worst, but they're not the best. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a sort of kind of category. Next up, I want to talk about the chicken nuggets. And these are one of my go-tos whenever I go to McDonald's. I love getting the 20-piece combo, even though sometimes it could be a little excessive because eating 20-piece nuggets is kind of a lot in one sitting. But anyway, I love getting the barbecue sauce too.
Barbecue sauce on my titties.
And yeah, overall they're pretty good. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a elite category. Next up, we have the pancake combo with the eggs. I don't really know what it's called. I just know that's what I think of when I see them. But this is one of my favorite breakfasts from McDonald's. I mean, McDonald's has pretty good breakfast overall, I would say, especially for a fast food place. And, you know, the pancakes are pretty decent. I don't get them on the regular, but when I do on those random occasions, they're pretty good. So for that reason, I'm going to give it an elite category. Next up, I want to talk about the cheeseburger, double cheeseburger. I'm not sure what it's called. I don't really care much about this one, to be honest. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever even tried it, but I don't really want to. It doesn't really look appetizing to me. You know that meme where it's like whenever you order it online versus whenever it arrives? That's kind of what it's given sometimes when you order things from McDonald's, especially the burgers. They just look like way different from the pictures. So yeah, I don't really care about this burger really. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a crickets category. Next up, we have the breakfast sandwich. I guess just a regular breakfast sandwich. Now, I wouldn't really get this because I prefer the one with the biscuit as the bun or even the McGriddle, like with the pancake as a bun. I see this as kind of redundant. I don't really see the point of getting this if it's just like a regular sandwich. I mean, I guess if you just want like a basic breakfast sandwich with egg, cheese, tomato, or bacon or whatever, I don't really know what that is. But yeah, you can get this, but I don't really see like the point of it in getting just like the basic one. Might as well just get the McGriddle. So yeah, I don't really care about this too much. For that reason, I'm going to give it a sort of kind of category. Next up, I want to talk about the chicken sandwich or fried chicken sandwich. I don't really know what it's called, but I don't really have much to say about this. I would say that I like it a little bit more than the regular cheeseburger or whatever. But again, I rarely get burgers at McDonald's. Even the chicken burger, like I rarely get. I don't really care about it. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a sort of kind of category. Next up, we have the sausage burrito. Now, I don't think I've ever gotten this, to be honest, so I can't say that much about it, but at the same time, I don't think I ever will get this. I don't see a reason to particularly because I might as well just get the breakfast combo with the pancakes or the McGriddle or even just the hash browns. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a crickets category because I don't think it's nasty, but I also don't think it's anything memorable. And I feel like I could just make it at home and it will taste better. Next up, we have the iced coffee from McDonald's. And I'm not typically an iced coffee type of person. If I drink coffee, it's usually with no milk or sugar and it's hot. So basically an espresso. So yeah, I'm not typically an iced coffee person, but if I do get an iced coffee from McDonald's, it is pretty good. So yeah, for that reason, I'm going to give it another one thank you category. I'm not going to give it an elite category because I don't think it's top tier or anything, but I do think it's pretty good to deserve another one thank you category. Next up, we have the regular fries from McDonald's. And to be honest, I think this is one of the best items on the menu. You know, they're pretty iconic and they're also really good when you dip them in the vanilla ice cream. I know some people don't like that or whatever, but I do think that's a pretty good combination. Even by themselves, they are pretty good. So for that reason, I'm going to give it an elite category. Next up, we have the breakfast sandwich with the scrambled eggs, the sausage, and the biscuit as a bun. Now, I will say this is probably one of the better options from the breakfast items. Even though the McGriddle and the pancake combo exist, I think this is probably top 3 of the best choices in the breakfast menu. Now, I'm not going to give it an elite category because I don't think it's like top of the line or anything like that, but I do think it's pretty good. I do get it whenever I get breakfast on the rare occasion at McDonald's. But yeah, for that reason, I'm going to give it another one. Thank you. Next up, we have the regular ice cream cone, like vanilla ice cream or whatever. And this is definitely one of the best items on the menu. I don't know if I would say like it's the best item, but it's definitely up there. And I don't think I would put it in the elite category, but it is still pretty up there, like I said. Also, I love combining it with the fries, like eating them together, like I already mentioned before. So yeah, I think the ice cream is pretty good. I don't get it like every single time I go to McDonald's, just because I don't get a dessert every time I go to McDonald's, but it's still pretty good. And for that reason, I'm going to give it another one thank you category. Next up, we have the strawberry banana smoothie. I think this is one of my favorite drinks from McDonald's, if not the favorite, to be honest, because I think the combination of strawberry and banana go together pretty well. And at McDonald's, they make it like a specific way to where it's not too icy, and also like the water doesn't melt really fast, like the ice doesn't melt really fast, so it's kind of like it doesn't water down as quickly as like other smoothies, or like as if you made it at home, because sometimes I make it at home but it tastes kind of like watered down after just a couple minutes because it's, I guess, more ice. So yeah, I don't really know what they do, like what their proportions are, but it comes out like a perfect texture. And I will say that it is pretty sweet. Like you can obviously taste the added sugar and all, but I would still say that this is probably the best item from the drink menu. And for that reason, I'm going to give it an elite category. Next up, we have the filet-o-fish, or just a fish sandwich, whatever you want to call it. And I think this is a pretty unique and tasty item in the menu. I think it's pretty different that McDonald's has a fish sandwich, because McDonald's is just like a regular fast food chain. It's not like specialized in seafood or fish. Like if it was another place specialized in seafood, it would be obvious for it to have a fish sandwich, but McDonald's is just like a regular fast food chain with a fish sandwich, because I don't think I see other fast food places with like a fish sandwich, like In-N-Out or Whataburger, or I don't think Culver's has a fish sandwich. So I think McDonald's is pretty unique in that sense, and it is pretty good. So I think for that reason, I'm going to give it another one thank you category. The next item on our menu is the apple pie. I don't have much to say about this. I do think it's probably one of the best items from the dessert menu. Like I said, I don't have much to say, but I will say that sometimes it can come off like really, really hot when they give it to you. So it's kind of like you bite into it and you get burned sometimes. At least that's what happens to me. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. So for that reason, I'm going to give it the another one thank you category. On our next entry, we have the iced tea. Now, I didn't specify if it was the sweet tea or the unsweet tea, because I do think that it really does make the difference. Now, for the sweet tea, I think that although, yes, it's good technically, sometimes it could be very, very sweet. And I'm not the type of person who likes a lot of sugar. I do like sweet things, but not like excessive amounts of sugar. So for that reason, I don't really love the sweet tea. And on the other hand, the unsweet tea can sometimes taste like too bitter or like too bland. So I don't really know. I think the best way to go about it is like to mix half and half. So like half sweet tea and half unsweet. I think that's the combination that works best for me, at least. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a sort of kind of category. Now, this is a pretty controversial item, I would say, at least from like the people that I've talked with, and that is the McRib. Now, honestly, like I don't even know why like people would order this. No offense. Mind you, I've never actually ordered this, so it might sound rich coming from me, but like I don't really know why I would even get this. It's kind of like those weird items you just wouldn't get. And I saw that they're gonna bring it back because apparently it was like discontinued. I didn't even notice they were not serving it anymore. Also because I never get it, so it's like obviously I'm not gonna notice if it's gone because I never want it. But apparently it's making a comeback. I wonder when, but like I don't really know why like it's making a comeback. I guess the people from McDonald's decided that it was a good idea or they must have researched of their why, you know? But anyway, I don't really get this, so it's like one of those things that it's like why though? So that's where I'm gonna put it as. Next up, we have the Oreo McFlurry. I don't have much to say about this. I like Oreos in general and like ice cream based desserts. So I think this is probably one of the best items from the dessert menu. I know I've said that for most of the items in this list, but it just so happens to be like that. Like I think the desserts at McDonald's are actually pretty good. So anyway, for that reason, I'm going to give the Oreo McFlurry another one thank you category. Now we have the regular cheeseburger. I used to think that this and the first one I reviewed was the same thing, but I guess not. But anyway, I don't really care about McDonald's like cheeseburgers like that. So I'm going to give it crickets just because like I don't care about it. I never order it. I don't think it tastes great. I don't think it looks great either. That's my opinion. On our second to last entry in this list, we have the oatmeal. Now, at first, I was confused on what this was, but then I figured out that it was oatmeal from the menu. But anyway, I don't really know why anyone would get this specifically from McDonald's when you can just make it at home, or I don't know, you can go like anywhere else for oatmeal. Like McDonald's is the one place you don't go for oatmeal. That's such a random item, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I don't really understand like who gets oatmeal at McDonald's. Maybe if it's for like kids or like if you're traveling and you want breakfast, that's not like fast food, I guess. But I still don't really get it. I've never even had it. I didn't even know they had it on the menu. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna give it a why though category. Now, last but not least, but maybe even least because it seems pretty forgettable, is a chocolate chip cookie. Now, it's been a while since I've had one, but I don't remember anything about it, and I never crave it like from McDonald's. So I even forgot they had it on the menu also. I would not say it is disgusting by any means, but I don't remember anything about it or like what it tastes like. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in the crickets category. This is what the final ranking looks like. I honestly thought that it was going to look very different, but keep in mind that this is all based on McDonald's standards. And thank you for watching.